everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Nick and Knarf. I am Knarf. He is Nick. We are brothers. We are here. You are there. That's how things seem to work out. There's an order to everything. Anyway, we're glad you're here with us today to enjoy another great episode of Nick and Knarf, where we got a real treat from a classic giant of rock and roll, a tragic singer with a tragic life, but left an incredibly memorable legacy, even though she only made 4 albums in her lifetime.
Such a short period.
She's a member of the notorious 27 Club, dying when she was 27 years old, like Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and a number of other rock and roll artists who died young. The great Janis Joplin. She was born in Texas, and she moved to San Francisco in the early 60s, moved to New York for a while when she was married to a guy, got divorced, went back to San Francisco, and was discovered by Big Brother and the Holding Company, the San Francisco-based band. They discovered her in 1966. And in 1968, their first album together came out. It's the now legendary Cheap Thrills. So we're going to play 2 different songs from 2 different albums. One from her time with Big Brother and the Holding Company, when she really burst onto the scene and became memorable. And one from her final album, which was released 3 months after her death. She died in 1970, and the album is Pearl, released in 1971.
What I found quite interesting was that she was, I guess, quite heavy in high school and was bullied quite a bit. And then when you see her later, she's so emaciated and
because of
skinny.
Drug use and alcohol abuse.
She was shooting methamphetamine. She was
friends were trying to help her overcome her, and
she
in fact,
was drinking a lot.
They claim originally when they found her body in a hotel when they found alcohol in the room, but they never found any drug paraphernalia. But it was assumed also that I think the autopsy revealed that she had overdosed on heroin and mixed it with drugs and alcohol, like all the sad stories about drug abuse go, unfortunately. But what a giant, what an amazing voice, what an amazing singer. Brief legacy, but burned brightly while she was here. So
amazing.
We're going to get into 2 great songs. But before we do, I want to invite you again to please subscribe, like, and share if you haven't. We're so happy you're here with us today. But please hit that like icon and let people know you like what you're hearing. And please subscribe and share with your friends.
And then hit that notification bell so you know when we're coming out with our next
we care
episode.
For your ears. We care for your ears. And for all of you who have subscribed again, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
So anyway, we are going to get into the first number from the great album Cheap Thrills. It's one of my favorites. There's so many great songs by Janis on this song, but this one is one of my favorite. It starts the show, and we're going to even start it with the. It was live at I believe at the Fillmore in San Francisco, but it's Big Brother and the Holding Company featuring Janis Joplin doing combination of the 2. Here we go from 1968.
Four gentlemen in one great roar. Big Brother, Holding Company.
San Francisco all the way, right?
So 60s, so San Francisco.
I love that.
Everybody's dying. They're all trying to feel
so 60s.
Oh, yeah. Wait, my shoe's ringing. Ooh, nice bass. Bass too.
Raw and pure. It's that ending right here.
Hello, Mrs. Cleaver. Can Beaver come out to play?
Yeah, how about that? Is that a rock? Wouldn't you have loved to have been there to watch the start of this show with that song kicking off? Oh, man. That just was electric and powerful and raw and pure old rock and roll from the 60s,
You
man.
sit there mesmerized by the depth of her eyes, I tell you.
Fantastic. What did you guys think of the combination of the two, featuring Janis Joplin, backed up by Big Brother and the Holding Company? Oh, this album, I mean, it's got some of her most famous songs on here. It's got Piece of My Heart, Summertime,
Me and Bobby
I Need a
Moore.
Man to Love, Ball and Chain. I know I could have done
Bobby
all of those, but I wanted to do something that really rocked and cranked, and it features her, but not in a prime way. But you're gonna hear the great voice of Janis Joplin, the real blues, the heart and soul of her from her selection from Pearl. But we wanted to share this because this was really the thing that got her career going. It was this album, and after that, I mean, she took like a rocket off, and
You guys hear
unfortunately,
those
she burned
bass
out.
lines in there, though, man? If you guys have some really good woofers, you're going to be listening to this. You know, you're going to hear that bass behind that lead guitar.
That
just
is a
going
really
nuts.
underrated, tasty rock song.
And it's live.
And it's live. What a great performance live, isn't it? So, hope you enjoyed this. Leave us your comments. What did you think of combination of the two? Now, I'm going to have to pause, change the CD so we can put on our selection from Pearl. So, if you could please wait a few seconds, we'll get right back to you with our second song.
And all we can say is,
Janis Joplin.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, enough. We're going to pause. Bye. Hi, everyone. Okay, we are back from our intermission. Thanks for your patience. We are doing our second song in our tribute today to the great Janis Joplin from her posthumously released album and final album, Pearl, which was a huge, huge album. It stayed number one on the charts for months. Big, obviously, following the death, it created even more buzz for the album, but the album deserved it. It's a great, great album. It has Me and Bobby McGee, Cry Baby, Half Moon, just so many great songs on this fine album. Who knows what else was ahead if she hadn't met this untimely death.
Yeah.
And there's so many great songs to pick from, but Nick and I both agreed to pick the opening track from the album. It's a great song by her, a tremendous song called Move Over. So if you're ready to go, here it is from Pearl by Janis Joplin, Move Over.
You say that it's over, baby. You say that it's over now. But still you hang around. Now come on, won't you move over? You know that I need a man. You know that I need a man. But when I ask you to, you just tell me that maybe you can. Please don't you do it to me, baby, no. Please don't you do it to me, baby. Either take the love I offer or let me be. I ain't quite ready for walking, no, 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 no. I ain't quite ready for walking. What's the fuck gonna do with your life? Lord, just dangling. Make up your mind, honey. You're paying me. Make up your mind, darling. You're paying me. Come on now. Now either be my loving man. I said, let me, honey, let me be. Say that it's over, baby. You say that it's over now, but still you hang around. Now come on, won't you move over?
That shadow, you know.
You know that I need a man when I told you so. Know that I need a man. When I ask you to, you just tell me that maybe you can. Hey, please don't you do it to me, baby. No, please don't you do it to me, baby. Either take the love I offer, honey, let me be. I said, won't you let me be? Honey, you teasing me. Yeah, you're playing with my heart, dear. I believe you're toying with my affections, honey. I can't take it no more, baby. And furthermore, I don't intend to.
You don't hear that
Don't you tie your love on the end of a string, honey. You step in a body like a goddamn mule.
You know, this weird thought came over me. Did we ever see them? Do you see her on any variety shows? You know, like sometimes they would have. I mean, I can't imagine Janis Joplin on like a variety show. You know,
I don't think so. I think she was kind of. Well, first of all, she died in 1970. I mean, she was only around a few years. By the time
she was on the Twilight Zone. That's what she was probably on.
No, I mean, it's tragic. I mean, her whole life. It sounds like she had a really rough life for a brief one. But again, the notoriety, the unmistakable sound of Janis Joplin.
Don't you love that vibrato at the end of each line when she goes, hey, it's just so good.
I don't really know if it's the case, but I'm not sure if she drank also a little bit to get that raspiness in her voice, which she really liked, what gave her the raw power. I don't think so. I think it was just another effect. But man, could she belt out songs, and could she hit the screams, the screeching, the passion on the stage. But Wow, it's just unfortunate that she didn't live longer to really, who knows, evolve her singing career into something really super miraculous. But she became legendary because of her early death.
In those short years, she became legendary.
But what did you guys think of Move Over from Pearl? What did you think of combination of the two? If you haven't heard Pearl, check it out.
Did you guys
It is
like
a
that
great
shadow
album.
guitar playing alongside her? I mean, that was kind of like me and my shadow, you know.
Oh, it's so nice when the guitar works. It's the same note as the singing you're doing. It
So
was
cool.
tastefully done and arranged. What a great song. Hey, anyway, please leave us your comments. Let us know what you thought of the two songs we presented in Testament of Janis Joplin, the great late singer. And please, if you enjoyed what you heard, if you like what you heard, please subscribe. Whoop, burp. Subscribe, like, and share. And if you have, we love you guys. You know that.
And we don't know who we're going to be doing next time. It might be Usurachil. I don't know. It might be something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Well, we haven't tried doing anything super eclectic, but we got some things in our book we might yank out.
And don't
we
forget,
might not get any viewers though.
Frank puts out choice cuts all the time. That is all Frank. It's not, none of it is me involved. Frank has,
if you're not aware of our choice cuts presentations, there's a whole bunch of them, and I try to bring one out, rotate them into our music reaction videos where we play interesting, unique, great little gems that are forgotten or that you haven't heard in a long time. Got some great stuff coming, so pay attention to those too. It's all part of when you subscribe, you'll get notified for the choice cuts and our re-reactions.
and tonight's choice cut is top sirloin. So don't worry. I think you need to be there.
I'm going to be there. I'd like a baked potato. I'd like to serve with sandwich. Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us for another episode of Nick and Knarf. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.
See you guys. Love you.
Peace out. Ciao, babies.